Around about 20% of the land area of Ireland is bogland. Almost every area of bogland in Ireland and across Europe has been damaged in one way or another by drainage or peat cutting. Clara is also has a very long history. Like most bogs, it starts growing perhaps around about 11,500 years ago. So there's a really great depth of history and time preserved within the bog.
Clara Bog here in County Offaly is probably the most famous bog in Ireland, or in Europe for that matter.
In ancient Celtic time, it was very much a spiritual place. But in terms of the industrial aspect of it here in Clara and in the Midlands, it was used predominantly to provide turf and heat for the people.
But this particular bog out here, along with lots of others, is a protected area now. And to be honest, from what we know, technically and scientifically, is that it's the greatest carbon sink for storing carbon, which today seems to be a matter of great concern.
Well, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to look at nature and go, you can't really interfere too much with it, and you can't keep taking from nature without giving back, because what will happen is nature will eventually, win.
So peatland restoration is gathering pace across Europe more broadly, and I think particularly in Ireland we're seeing a real shift over perhaps the last couple of decades from this perception that bogs really were only of use if they were drained and cut, to the realisation that peat needs to stay in the ground, it needs to be wet for all these ecological and cultural benefits that healthy bogs provide for us. So looking into the future, I think the future is brighter if we can continue along that path of realising that peat is better off left in the ground.